We got Savannah Lee Richardson here, Georgia fan, also Dawn of the Dog. So check her workout right there. All right. So we're going to make you shake out of 2021 and look forward to 22 a little bit. The NFL draft early deadline is approaching in regards to players declaring their eligibility. So who's out there that's declared or we're still waiting on?
I don't think anybody has publicly declared just yet outside of the seniors. Like Jordan Davis and them are obviously going because he's a major first round draft pick and stuff. But guys like Zamir White and Nakobe Dean, none of them have said anything unless they have said it by now. But those are two guys that could possibly leave for the NFL draft, and I wouldn't blame him at all for it. Nakobe is one of those kind of kids that he's a mechanical engineer student, 4.0 GPA, and his mom and dad are huge on getting a degree and stuff. So that could sway him to stay one more year. But after the way he played and everything, I doubt it. He can always finish classes while playing in the NFL. So we'll see. But those are two guys for sure. Nolan Smith could be another guy that Georgia loses, even though I think he needs one more year to kind of really polish his skills. Trying to think of anybody else. George Pickens could be another guy. Even with his ACL tear, he could. I mean, he proved he's got some good hands with a big catch, and I think NFL scouts know just how talented he is on the field. So there's another name for sure. James Cook is probably leaving. I don't know. I don't think he has another year unless he uses the COVID one. Georgia could lose a bunch of their talent, but that's where this recruiting that you were talking about earlier comes into play. You got 5 stars waiting in the wings, just waiting for their opportunity to kind of get their shot, and now they kind of have they know what it takes to win, and they know how important the connection and stuff is. But Georgia could lose a hefty amount. The secondary, Lewis Cine has another year of eligibility. He could come back, but winning the MVP, he could also leave. So it's going to be an interesting week or so. I'm not necessarily 100% sure when that deadline is, but I'm watching it like a hawk because that's going to be a big content stuff for us because we've been predicting who could stay and who we want to stay, but and at the end of the day, Stetson has another year. So Stetson could come back, and that could cause all kinds of storms and everything else. But it's going to be an interesting few weeks and into the spring for sure of who's going to stay and who's going to go. But regardless, this team's they left a legacy, and so it wouldn't surprise me if the guys that felt like or they were ready to go, they would go. So
I know that there's been some work done on the recruiting front since National Signing Day. There was a big pickup, about a week ago?
Yeah, Ernest Green, an offensive tackle or offensive lineman, a big pickup in my opinion. And then Georgia's got a couple of names left on the board, and Christian Miller and Shamar Stewart. They should be by February 2nd, which I believe is the February signing period. Those are two names. Georgia lost a corner, I believe he is Marcus Kilbrew, something like that. I can't think of his full name, but he decommitted and flipped to Texas A&M, which I really don't even know how Texas A&M has any more scholarships at this point. But with college football the way it is and the transfer portal, it's all a jumbled mess until you see the final 84 scholarship list. So there's that. But every time Georgia loses a kid, recruiting-wise, they usually flip somebody or bring in someone who's either more highly rated or something. So I have a feeling that Christian Miller, Shamar Stewart, who are 2 5-star guys, maybe, I believe they're both 2 5-stars, could end up coming to Georgia, which would be 2 huge additions to a defensive front that could possibly need it next season. So there's that. But, recruiting is going to be fun the next few weeks too because with the national championship, who knows? Like somebody tweeted last night, Kirby Smart's already dominating the recruiting front, but now he's got a ring to flash. Whew, good luck. Like that man, you could just see the way he was talking to SportsCenter last night and on the field and everybody else. Like he has his gears are already grinding for next season. And even though he's enjoying the win, like he's thinking about recruiting and he's thinking about who he can grab now that he has a ring that they didn't think that Georgia could win. So It's going to be fun. I'm excited. This national championship opens so much for Georgia, even though that they're already a top 10 team, top 5 recruiting team each year. So I'm excited. You have to get to me by February 2nd because I'll be able to give you more info on recruiting. But yeah, it's this. I'm just thinking about it as we're talking right now, like how interesting it could turn out in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah. So everything he's doing right in recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, have that and then add the ring because, there's got to be a player here and there that thinks, okay, this guy's great. The program's awesome. They're doing everything right, but they haven't proven it that they can. Well, you got your proof of concept right there. That is scary. That is scary. Yes, Ernest Green is the second rated guard center in the country out of California. Georgia going back out to California to get another player. The second rated guard center in the country, 6'4.5", 330. Third rated player in the state of California, number 40 in the country, according to 247 Sports.
Brock's California. Jermaine Burton's a Calabasas kid. There's 2 guys right there that made big plays last night from California. Georgia doesn't care where it is. If they see a playmaker that's worthy of wearing the red and black and that they feel like can do the job, they're going to go out there and get him. And I think Lincoln Riley is going to make it a little harder to pull kids out of California, but Georgia's pulled kids away from Lincoln Riley for the last couple of years, so it doesn't, who knows?
I knew about Devontae Wyatt before last night, but I didn't realize how good he was. Man, that guy is a force.
Mm-hmm. It's interesting with Devontae because I believe he's one of the kids. He went JUCO 1 year and came back to Georgia, and then he could have left last year and gone to and probably would have been like a 4th or 5th round NFL draft pick, but he came back this year and worked his tail off and got better. And that's another coach that I think so many people don't even realize Georgia has a weapon in, and that's Trey Scott. He's young, he's fiery, and he's hungry, but he's gonna have 2 first-round draft picks in Devontae Wyatt and Jordan Davis. I think Devontae could go first round for sure, if not early second at this point, just because of how well he played down the stretch throughout this entire season. He may not be as big as Jordan Davis, but he's got just as much heart, and he's so exciting to watch. No, I never really thought he would ever amount to what he has done this season and then been able to accomplish, but his aggressiveness off of the snap and the way he's able to kind of push through the line just as much as Jordan Davis has really been impressive. So I hope the draft scouts really given him opportunity, and I'm excited about the NFL draft day or workout days or whatever, and the combine and senior night and senior day, whatever it's called for the draft. So it's going to be exciting because there's so many kids now that have proven themselves that a bunch of scouts may have not looked at because Georgia has fallen short so many other times before. I don't even know if that really makes sense, but I'm just excited. You know me.
Lee Richardson's excited. She's pumped up. You gotta understand.
Y'all should take a sip every time I say I'm excited because y'all be having a good time by then.
Dawn of the Dogs, where you can catch Savannah, and of course on Twitter as well. Savannah, appreciate you stopping by. Congratulations once again.
Thanks, Mark. We did it. Georgia finally did it, and they are the 20. Okay, so it's the 2021 or 2022 national championships.
They're the national champions of 2021. It is the 2021 season.
Then why do they have 2022 on their jerseys? It's so confusing.
It was the college football playoff of 22. It's a little confusing, but it's the 2021 college football season.
Whatever it is, they're national champions, and they have bragging rights for the next 365 days, and it's so sweet. Florida fans can't say nothing. Ohio State fans can't say anything. Alabama, no, you were competitive for sure, but Tennessee, Auburn, all of these SEC opponents who talk trash all year long cannot say anything, and so it's really exciting again.